Hello everyone. This is the first lesson of Home Science Senior Secondary level. In NIS, Home Science is coded as 321. I am Dr. Anjana Agarwal talking about what is Home Science, what is the meaning of Home Science, what we are going to study and why we study, and what are the myths which are related to Home Science. Home science is concerned with various aspects of daily living such as food. We talk about lot in food. Then we talk about clothes, how this cloth is finally made, how this fiber is there, what type of clothes is used, how the stitching is done, how the printing is done, all we study in this course. Then we study the health. And in health, what are the dimensions, how we can protect the health from the bad environment, how we protect the health from the good kind of food, nutrition. And we also learn about the various kinds of resources, including the money, time, skill, human and non-human resources. And when we study all of these things, then we make a home. And home is not only the physical structure, but we are talking about the people living inside the home, how they are growing, developing and maintaining the precious relationship among themselves and outside the home. This is all about the home. This is a simple picture of a home, how a lady is teaching and enjoying with the children. When we are talking about the home science, it tackles about the two things. One is art and one is science. Here you are seeing only the two pictures. This is an embroidery final picture, but we use the art, principles of design everywhere when we are decorating a food, when we are decorating a house, when we are decorating a dress, and this is all art based on the principles of art that we learn here. But at the same time, we are also talking about the science, various sub-subjects or the major subjects of the science, maybe the physiology is included when we are talking about the health. When we are talking about the food science, all this is including in the study of home science. This is a home where we live as a family. In one picture, you are seeing the physical structure of a home. Simple, where we sit together, where we live. In another picture, we are seeing the family, and this is a very small room shown here. When we keep learning the home science, so then we can say the home science refers to the knowledge based on the facts, principles and the laws. Here in these pictures you can see different things. One is for the collecting the accumulation of the facts. We are talking about the principles, how the cooking is done. We are also talking about the laws. We study the consumer laws, consumer rights. Home science supports the development of the human skills. In this, you are seeing a picture where this young learner is learning to stitch. Then we also use the scientific knowledge in a systematic manner. So the girls are studying or doing some kind of work in the laboratory also, where they are developing the knowledge in a systematic and scientific manner. When we go further in home science, it is a multiple disciplinary approach. You will learn what are the multiple disciplinaries in this. Professionally oriented subject. You can see in this picture also, this man is professional working on the laptop. This is a patient. Here is a nurse who is taking care of the patient. It empowers the youth, particularly the women. It also equips the learner with the relevant knowledge, competencies, and prepares them to become an independent individual. Home science helps to improve the literacy level, standard of living, and ultimately the upliftment of the community and the nation. In this picture, you are seeing the community which is more organized, and you are also seeing the learners studying. Home science prepares the learner for various activities. Number one, to perform day-to-day activities in a systematic way. Number two, to know the scientific and technological advancement, what is going around in the field of science, in the field of technology. Take the example of simple grinder. Earlier we used to do the grinding on a silbatta or the stone. Now the technical advancement had given you the grinder, electric grinder or the hand grinder. So that advancement has been included for the learners so that they can save the time and do the other things. Third is to learn and adapt the new skill in different fields, as I given you the example right now. To learn and adopt the new skills in different fields. Number four, to understand and fulfill the growing needs of the individual, family, and the society. And number five, to live life with confidence and contentment. Now we'll talk about at different level how home science is helping us. For the individual, it provides the scientific knowledge, helps to develop the skill, improves the efficiency to do different tasks, increases the competencies at professional level, and embed the managerial skills. This all for the individual. Now we'll talk how home science help at the family level. Apply the knowledge of different sciences for improving the home and family environment. Second, strengthen the home and family life by making an optimal use of available resources. This is very important. Every family has some limited resources, maybe a money, maybe the skill, maybe the size of the house, maybe the availability of the material, and all these are limited. Home science train the learner to make best use of the available resources. Third, this is the only subject that deals with the food, shelter, clothing, health, human relationship within a home and the family altogether. Now, we are focusing on the economical stability, how to bring the economical stability by learning home science. More and more members of the family support to fulfill the economic necessities of the family. As I just now told you, use the maximum resources. And when we are talking about the resources, they are not only in terms of the money, but the skill is also a type of resources and that fulfill the economic necessity. For example, when you know how to make the food, so you can make the food at your home rather than buying and spending money and get the food from outside. So, and there are various ways to simplify. We have done only the 5, the saving, using the skill, working for extra income at home, maybe the tuition, maybe the home delivery of various things, maybe the selling of some items from home. Then working outside the family for jobs. Then establishing own enterprises. There are various kinds of businesses, enterprises which can be started from home. Now we relate this skill with the national goal of the Skill India. Make in India. How? We have to develop, we have to master, get the training of a skill. And what is the skill? Skill is the process of applying knowledge into the application to improve the happiness and satisfaction from learning as well as for earning. Then increase the economic conditions. When you are earning, of course, you are improving the economic condition of the family, and empower the individual for further expertise. So the skill is not the one-time job that you learn it and stop it, but by doing again and again, you master the skill. So these are the things you learn in home science, and what are the impact at individual level, at family level, at national level, and how you can improve or fulfill the needs and desires of the family. Now we are talking of certain kinds of myths related to the home science subject. Sometimes it is very sad, but it is the high time that we must understand the importance of the subject. We have already told you that home science is the only subject which teaches you all the details in a systematic scientific manner to make a man or a family to fulfill its basic demand. And what are the basic demands of an individual is food, shelter, clothes, health, relationship. And I think without these, nobody can survive in a happy and healthy atmosphere. So there is a big question in the society. Home science is meant only for the girls. I don't accept that. In NIS, more than 49% of the students are male. And at secondary and senior secondary level, besides NIS, many other schools and boards are offering the home science subjects where both boys and girls are studying this subject. And household activities nowadays are shared by both. Household activities in more systematic and scientific manner. So this is just an example why it is required by both men and women or boys and girls. Both have to succeed in an increasingly competitive world. Both have to share household responsibilities and tasks. When both are going out, so both have to share the responsibility at home also. Both need to manage the resources. In case of a problem, they have to solve it together with other family members. So home science offers varied kind of vocational and professional avenues for both boys and girls. Joint knowledge and skills helps to improve the standard of living. So this is a subject, there may be base, but large variety of vocational environment or vocational skills are available through home science only, maybe the interior designing, maybe the food preservation, maybe the bakery, or maybe the fashion designing. But base of all these courses, all these avenues are home science. home science does not offer sufficient amount of job opportunities. But right now I told you, home science provides the avenues for wide range of the subjects you will learn when we are talking about various kinds of job opportunities available in these subjects. Let us understand what are the major components of home science, or we can also understand major subjects based on home science at senior secondary level. Number 1, art and science of managing a home. Number 2, food and nutrition. Number 3, resource management. Number 4, human development. And number 5, textile and clothing. So these are 5 things. We'll talk about one by one. Number 1, I will touch upon the food and nutrition. In this, you are studying the basics of food, food groups, how to purchase the food, and you are also learning methods of storage of food, methods of food preservation, which can go a long way, and you are also learning the taking the care of the sick and what are the basic needs to maintain a physical, mental and social health. These are different dimensions of the health. So all these you study in the component of food and nutrition. When we are talking about the resource management, as we say, we are learning about the human and non-human resources, consumer education, work ethics, income management, in which we also learn various modes of saving and investments, and how to organize the space and how to organize the work. That means we have to learn the work simplification. We also master with variety of activities the time and energy management, which is very important to grow. And we also learn issues related to the conservation of energy and environment management. Third is human development. There we are learning the development of an infant through various stages of life. It may be the early childhood, middle childhood. When we are talking about the early childhood, we say from the infancy to the 5 to 6 year. Then we talk about the middle or the school age child, 6 to 12 years. Then we step into the another charming age is adolescence. And we are also studying special concern or issues in human development that can be your discrimination, delinquency, child labor, retardation or differently abled children or the Divyangs. Another fourth major component of home science is the textile and clothing, where we are studying the fabric science. When we are talking about the fabric science, we are identifying the basic nature of the fiber through which a fabric is constructed, and then it is converted into a garment. And before that, we also convert the fabric using various kind of textile finishes. Then we also learn how to select, take care and maintain the clothes and the garments we have purchased. We own it. Now, very interesting, desirable, need of the hour, the job opportunities after learning or after studying the senior secondary level in home science. Let us see what are the jobs available in various components. First, we are talking about the family and human services. Nowadays, adults, elders are in-house and they need some kind of support. If we have some knowledge, so they get the priority in getting the job at those places. So as whole we can say the residential care AD, elder care worker, family AD, personal or home care AD or homemaker AD. Another important area is maintenance and designing of the house. So wherever the interior designers are there, so they also need some kind of assistant. So till the study of the senior secondary, we can get some kind of assistant job at the showroom, at the basic interior designing houses, and we also find very easily the furnishing sale associates because we understand and we can convince the consumer what are the details of the individual furnishing, individual furniture. So this is a picture where the interior designers are working, and you can also participate or you can also get some kind of job. The final design has to be this and that on the paper first step. Now we are talking about you get lots of job in housekeeping, not only at the guest houses but the hotels, big restaurants, and we are also getting the motels, hostel, and we are also getting guest house services clerk, maid, hostesses, even the guide. Lodging facilities are keep on increasing at various tourist places. So there are various good chances you can find the better job because you have the understanding when you have to compete in that row that you can get the priority to get the job because you have the learning about these basic things. This is a simple maid similar to yours, but this lady gets a higher salary because she can identify the how to clean the house, how to manage the house, how to do the basic things in the house. In this picture you can see the three people are sitting here who are participating in the interaction to find or establish a kind of project on the interiors because they have the knowledge of the interiors through HomeScience, so they can participate and design a better project. Now we talk about the food and nutrition. There may be a long list of the job availability. Food laboratories are there, so you can find a job there as a food assistant. Various colleges, various hotels, hotel management courses, they are all employing the people having such kind of knowledge. Dietary AD in the hospital where the dietitians are employed, you can participate into that. Food product testers in the food industries, we have to place and test the food, so you can use that kind of opportunity. Kitchen food assembler, what is that? When the kitchen food is done, so you have to assemble before the delivery of the food, so that the large number of people are required where the large kitchens are working for the large size of the people in the community or various large places, maybe in the train, maybe in the air. And I have learned that various kinds of HomeScience people are finding the jobs in the Air India, in the train and all these places, hotels. And quality control technicians are also required where you can play some role. Short order cook, you have to take the order and as a not at a waitress, but you have to take the order to procure the material. So there you can play a big role because you have learned how to purchase, how to care, how to select the food items. So you can always have the priority. In the baking industry, as a cake decorator, depending upon your skill, depending upon your interest and the knowledge of the facts and principles, you can find a job in all these areas. So these are the people who are working as a cake decorator. These are working in a food assistant in the hostel and the cafe. This is a bakery unit. This has been designed only by the home scientists, where they are showing their art, their knowledge into these fields. In human development, we'll focus on the child development and the education, the preschool AD. Where the nursery schools are there, some of the help is always required because you have studied the child development and minor issues, so you can always have the priority to get the job. Family child care provider, recreation AD, teacher AD, you can become a teacher for the children. Here is the teacher and he is the nursery class AD. See these two here who are helping the children. You can also help the special children if you have the knowledge of home science in human development. She is the teacher who is teaching the thing because she is basically thorough with the subject, so she can move forward and she is showing the advancement in the classroom itself. Here this young lady is teaching. There is two boys are also there who are playing with the young children on the ground. Now we come to the textile industry, which is very wide, fashion industry, which is much wider nowadays. So at the level of fashion designing, manufacturing and merchandising, you can always find some opportunity. Fashion design AD, fabric or accessory estimator, sales associate, costume assistant, an employee in dry clean shop, garment manufacturing firm, textile industry and the embroidery unit. So these are the places you can find some opportunities after studying the home science. So she is a dress designer, she is just planning the things, then she is designing or constructing the garment. She is a weaver. After studying the home science, she can do and feel more confident in doing and feel empowered after engaging herself in such kind of activities. The consumer services. Wherever you go in the market, you find somebody who is trying to show you any kind of product. So product demonstrator. You also become a sales representative. You are consumer reporter because you know how the consumer behave, what are the rights and how they can go further if there is some problem. So she is the one who is giving you the lots of work on the computer itself. They are opening the canteen, as I told you earlier also. They can open their own enterprises. You have seen lot of opportunities are available even after studying the home science at senior secondary level. If you want, you can study further, then you can find lot of opportunity in the market for the jobs. Thank you very much.
प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित